You know what that means? What up, Internet? Welcome to Handle It, online instructional cooking show. I'm Harley, and today's recipe is candy bacon baklava. Shout out to the Ottoman Empire. So, grab your sticks, or whatever it is you're gonna cook with, and let's go into the kitchen. I'm already there waiting for you. Step one, water. Hydrate yourself. Drink plenty of water. So grab your pot of water right now, take it over to the stove, and bring that water to a boil. So we got our baking tray lined with some parchment paper. I got this big bowl of nuts, boy. Take your nuts and put them on the table. Not like I used to do for that like party trick when I was in high school. I mean literally just for this scenario right here. And so the stars seem to be aligned because I just laid these nuts out on the table, and I'm gonna pop them in the oven there at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. And as the Lord would have it, our water is boiling right now. First, we're gonna add 3/4 cup of white sugar. Then take your half cup of honey, dump that in there as well, and grab a tablespoon of vanilla extract, put it in there as well. Let that dissolve and mix it together. All right, so now we got our honey sauce and it needs to refrigerate. So I'm just gonna take it and transfer it into a bowl here. And I'm gonna take our honey sauce and I'm gonna refrigerate this bad boy. Yo, can we check on these?
On these what?
On these nuts. Now these nuts are big. You could go ahead and get crushed nuts to do your recipe with if you want. We went with the big nuts, and I'm gonna take these big nuts of mine and I'm gonna put them in the food processor. You might not have a food processor because it's a pretty costly kitchen appliance. In that case, throw your nuts in a plastic bag and smash them with a hammer or your fist, or step on them. That means, you know, get creative. Let me know on Twitter, what are some really awesome creative ways that you crushed your nuts? Let me know. Tweet at Epic Mealtime. All right, that's the size of nuts that we're dealing with here. Not making any jokes, just actually telling you what you could do with these nuts. Moving into my favorite step of the recipe, the bacon. Why'd I hold up this knife and spatula? I was goofy. I don't even need this. Someone get that spatula out of the garbage. Okay, so I got my knife over here. Do you have yours? Okay, good. Now take your bacon, take your knife, and let's make bits of this bacon. Throw it on the frying pan, high heat. Let those bad boys cook up. Cook the f up. All right, so we got our candy bacon bits. We got our hot nuts in a bowl, and I got this little container of brown sugar. I'm gonna use about half of it to make this candy bacon. Just to start. We'll see how we feel after that. But I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna go ahead and take the cinnamon too. Throw it in there. And this is just to make the candy bacon mixture. So I'm gonna do that. Now I'm gonna add these nuts. Just gonna mix it all together here with the bacon grease. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is put butter down first. So I'm gonna butter up our workspace. Want to get that burr everywhere. Delicate, but you know, we got multiple layers here, so we'll be good. All right, there we go. We got our phyllo dough, first layer put down, and now I'm gonna butter up the next layer. Keep track of your layers. That's layer 1 of phyllo dough. We are gonna do this 10 times right now. All right, so once you've painstakingly laid out 10 layers of phyllo dough separated by butter, like I promised, this is where the tactic switches up a little bit. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go grab your candy bacon nutty mixture. Also, you don't wanna go overkill on the bacon baklava. Once you've done that, the next step is to go back to the phyllo dough and back to the tactics we were doing before. Except, instead of going 10 layers high, we are going 3 layers high right now. And once we get to that 3rd layer, we are gonna do another nut layer. Right now we know what we're doing on the 3rd layer. It's about that time for this phyllo dough to get a nut. Multiple nuts actually. All right, so we got our next layer on there, our 2nd nut layer. And now we repeat the process again of going 3 layers of phyllo dough up until we lay down another nut layer. We did our nut layer, and now we are going to lay down 10 more layers of phyllo dough with butter separating each layer, just like we did at the beginning of this building process. So let's get to it. Lay down some phyllo dough, put some butter on top. Next layer of phyllo dough, more butter. Do that all the way to the top. Do we want to put butter on the top layer of our bad boy here? Yeah. And even butter the top layer of your candy bacon baklava. All right, so we finished building up our candy bacon baklava right now. And before we put it in the oven, remember, baklava is a crispy dessert. So if we take it out of the oven all cooked and try and cut it up, it's gonna shatter and it's gonna be messy. It's not ideal. So before we put it into the oven, one more thing before we cook this bad boy is we're gonna pre-cut it into squares. So there it is. We cut them all up into our serving size. I'm going to pop it into the oven right now at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. I just burned myself like 4 times, by the way. This is the candy bacon baklava, aka the CBB. Shout out to St. Agath. Shout out to Exit 63, Saint Donat. Let me know what's going on in the comment section with Del Populos these days. All right, ladies and gentlemen, candy bacon baklava, and we made it here together on Handle It. We've come so far, and what we're left with is this delicious dessert that I urge you to make at home for your friends, for your family. I mean, look, this serves a couple people for a couple days, little desserts here and there. I'm gonna get ripped as f and eat this whole plate to myself tonight, but live your own life, do it how you want. The finishing touch, however, is taking our honey creation mixture and painting the top of these bad boys. Because you know that baklava's gotta stay sticky, icky. Oh, shit. Oh, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. We read every single one of them. New recipes every single week. Epic meal times on Tuesday. Some extra surprises along the way. So seriously, hit the subscribe button, and next to it there's a little bell for notifications. Hit that too. Then you get notified when the video goes up. It's very cool. We share a moment at that time when that happens on your phone, that notification. Technology, let's take advantage of it. It's the future, right? Make this at home. Tweet it at me. All right, go on, get out of here. Go on.